Hey there drone fans, Rick here again from Drone Valley. In today's video, I'd like to show you my top 5 accessories for the brand new DJI Action 2. Now I've had the Action 2 for a couple of weeks and I take it with me everywhere because it's so small, it's so portable, you almost forget you have it with you. But in using the Action 2, I immediately start to think about all the accessories I'm going to need to enhance the product. So there are really 3 things I care about. I've got to mount it somehow, I've got to charge it somehow, and I've got to get the files from the Action 2 onto my computer. So what I'm going to talk about today are 5 different accessories that'll help you mount it, that'll help you charge it, and help you transfer the files from the Action 2 to your computer. Now, anytime a new product like this is released, all the accessory companies on the planet spin up their factories and start building products that they think you're going to like. And you're going to go on their website, you're going to see something that looks pretty cool, maybe you'll order it, it'll show up, you'll use it once or twice and it ends up in a pile over in the corner and you've wasted money you didn't have to spend. So what we like to do is really think about how we're using the camera and what accessories on a regular basis we're going to want to take with us, and then we'll order a bunch of different companies' products, bring them in and test them, and try to pick the best of the bunch. And if we can't find a product to solve a problem that we think is out there, we'll actually design it here and produce the product ourselves. So today I'm going to give you a couple of solutions for mounting that are universal, and I like universal, a couple of ways to charge it, which again are universal, and one really cool way to transfer the files from the camera to your computer that you can use for pretty much any action camera on the planet, or really any micro SD card as well. So I'll start off with the mounting products. There are 2 places that I use the camera an awful lot. The first one I want to talk about is a clamp. Now, universal clamp is really straightforward, but you're not going to believe how handy something like this comes in because it's basically spring-loaded. It looks like a clothespin, and I've already mounted the Action 2 mount on there, the magnetic mount, but it's got a standard GoPro 3-finger mount right here that I put the Action 2 mount on. But having this in the field with you means I can clamp it on a branch, I can clamp it on my hat, I can clamp it to a bunch of different devices. So it's really universal in that respect. And this one spins 360 degrees, so I can spin it around that way if I have to face the camera that way, or sideways if I want to go that way. So it's a really easy thing to use. And once you mount that on there, you can take your camera, it just snaps on, and again, you can clamp this on anything and start recording. So if I'm out in the field, this is perfect to take and clamp to a fence or clamp to a branch, stand back and do my video. So I like that one an awful lot. And actually this product comes with another mount that has the 1/4" 20 on it, so you can use that on a tripod if you want. Another mount I like a lot is you're going to need some way to have a tripod for your desk, because if you're using the Action 2, you're going to sit back, you're going to want to do videos and talk to the camera if you're doing any kind of vlogging. If you're out in the field, you're going to need a selfie stick. So one of my favorite products is this Ulanzi. It's a combination tripod, so it's a desktop tripod like this where you can extend it up. There's a little collar you loosen, extend it to whatever height you want. It gets really tall. I mean, you could stand this on the ground almost and handle it from there. But as a desk tripod, it's perfect. You can set it at the right height, and it's got a ball mount on the top where you can swing it around. You can go down 90 degrees if you want that way. But the clever thing about it is it's great as a tripod, but it's also great as a selfie stick, and you can extend it and spin the head to face you. So you've got a selfie stick and a tripod in one. And the really cool thing about it is they were incredibly clever with the way the mount up top works. It's got a 1/4" 20 on it, so you can take this little rubber thing off, and you can put the mount that comes with the Action 2 on there. And once you put that on there, I can snap my Action 2 right on top of that. Let me get it off here. Boy, that magnet is really strong. On here, oops, backwards. And then I'm good to go. Now, if I'm using it as a tripod, I can set it on my desk and I'm good to go that way. And I've got the ball head on top so I can adjust it as I need to. If I go out in the field, I can spin it this way if I want, open up the selfie stick and actually use it as a selfie stick. So I've got that going for me. So with one device, I've got my tripod. I've got a freestanding tripod as well. So if I'm out in the field, there's a picnic table. I can set this up at a picnic table and it's right at eye height. So I like it a lot. But the other thing that's clever about it is with the mount, it's got the 1/4" 20 on it, like what I mentioned a second ago. Let me take that off for a second. It's also a combination mount that has a phone holder on there. So on the top, you can swing these 2 little wings down and then spin it up like this. Let me show you real quick. Swing that down, spin it up, and now a phone holder. So you've got the ability to clamp your phone in there. So if you've got a phone, you can use that. In case you're out in the field, now you've got a dual use where it's not only good for a 1/4" 20, but I can use it with my phone as well and record using my phone. So it's, to me, it's like the universal mount that works with action cameras. It'll work with a DSLR as well because the 1/4" 20 will hold that. And I can use a phone on there as well. So for me, having one device in my bag means I don't have to carry a desktop tripod, don't have to carry a selfie stick with me, don't have to worry about a special clamping assembly that I may forget to bring along to put my phone on there. Everything is built into the tripod. and it's a universal mount. So pretty cool product there. All right, so those two mounts are what I use more often than anything else because I'm either stationary where I've got the clamp on a tree branch or someplace locally, or I've got this set up on the desk and I'm doing videos or vlogs or whatever that way. It's also, again, great as a selfie stick. Now, the next thing has to do with the charging. Oh, I didn't mention this, but if you have them on these mounts, both of these mounts will easily accommodate both the video screen and the battery. So that's the video screen, that's the extra battery. And you can snap this on the video screen and it snaps on here. So it'll hold it just fine. You've got your viewfinder on the front. So both of these mounts are strong enough to handle the camera with those additional accessories attached to it. All right, so next is charging. Now, it comes with a USB-C cable where you can actually charge it, and you'll charge it through, again, either the video screen or you'll charge it through the battery, and there's a USB-C connection on the side to charge this and actually charge the camera at the same time. And the cable that comes with it is fine, but it's fairly short. So we've designed a couple of heavy-duty USB-C cables, and we've got two versions of these, and these are Drone Valley products. They're heavy-duty. They've got a really nice cloth exterior, so it's a woven cloth exterior, very flexible, very, malleable. You can move it around and everything. It's heavy-duty, so in the end, we've got strain relief built in here that's extra strong on both ends, and it comes in two versions. This end has a USB-C on it, which plugs into the camera. The other end either comes in a USB-C if you have a charger that uses the USB-C connection, or a USB-A connection. So these are extra cables you can use to charge it in your car, charge it at home. They're just great cables. In addition to that, we want to charge a lot of things at the same time. And I've talked about this on the channel before, but we came up with this concept called the Hydra cable, which is essentially one USB-A connection to 3 different charging heads at the same time. And for this Action 2, this is the version you'll want to use. It has a USB-A connection on this end, which plugs into your wall charger or your car charger or your computer, and the other end has 3 USB-C connections on it. So what this allows you to do is with one USB port, one USB-A port here, you can plug in your camera module, you can plug in your battery module, and you can plug in your phone and charge all 3 of those from one USB-A port, which is really nice. Now again, depending on the power of that USB charger, you're going to distribute the power between the 3 of them, but I think it's a great way when you're in a car to sort of top off your phone, your tablet, your batteries, whatever you're charging. If you've got a portable battery bank with you, they work just great. Now you may already be wondering, well, Rick, what if I'm using a product that's not USB-C? That's a great question, because here I have an Apple iPhone, which takes the iPhone connection, the Lightning connection. Well, we're also including adapters, like we do with most of these Hydra cables, where you can convert the USB-C into a micro USB if you've got an older phone, or you can convert it into an Apple connection here. So you could use the same cable to charge both of these bricks, as well as your phone or a tablet, or anything really that takes a micro, a USB-C, or even an Apple connection on the end of it. But then you're thinking, well, what if my charger doesn't take a USB-A connection? We also include an adapter on this end that slides over the USB-A to convert that into a USB-C. So you've got pretty much a Swiss Army knife of cabling here that allows you to charge from either a USB-A or USB-C and connect up to either a micro USB, a USB-C, or a Lightning Apple connector. So anything you need to charge with this, you can charge. And the beauty, again, is that you've got one port you're giving up on your charger to charge 3 devices simultaneously, because all of these are live at the same time. So that's the Hydra cable. And again, that was designed by the team here at Drone Valley. We spent a lot of time thinking about how can we charge multiple devices and make it universal enough to work with pretty much anything on the market, and that product answers the bell. The last thing I'll talk about is how do I get my files off the Action 2 to my computer. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of dongles out there where you can slide out the micro SD card, slide it into the dongle, and plug it into a USB-A port on your computer. But the challenge is if I'm out in the field, a lot of times, I like to review that footage in the field. Maybe I've got a tablet with me or I've got a phone with me that has a Lightning connector on it, and I can't really use a standard dongle on a Lightning product. So what we came out with, and again, it's another Drone Valley product, is we designed a unit here where you slide the micro SD card in here, and then you've got a USB-A connection for your computer. You've got a micro USB, which you can use with any phone that accepts that. You've also got an Apple connector, and you've got a USB-C. So with this one device, you can take any micro SD card, slide it in there, and convert anything from that file or move anything from that card onto your computer or onto one of your devices. The best part is it's smart enough to actually show you the video. So if you've got an Apple device, if you take the card out of here, slide it in here, plug it into your iPhone or your tablet, you can actually view that video right on your device. Same thing with your Android products or with your computer as well. And it's small enough to fit in your pocket, but what we love about this, and the reason we put it together like this, is that I hated carrying a bunch of different adapters with me that would take a micro SD card, but only have a USB-A on it, or only have a USB-C on it, or only have an Apple connector on it. You'd lose it, you'd end up not having the one you needed. So by having one device that'll handle all 3 of those interfaces, actually all 4 of those interfaces. You pretty much have everything you need in one small device to transfer those files. And that was pretty much it for today. Now, we're spending a lot more time testing some other products, so this is by no means an exhaustive list of accessories, but these are the ones that I find in my kit bag when I head out with the Action 2. These are in the bag every time, and they probably cover like 90% of the work I do out in the field, and it's really easy to charge it and mount it and transfer the files across. And we will be reviewing other products on the channel. I'm going through a series of suction mounts right now. Those are tricky, and we're reviewing about a dozen of them before we decide which one to go with, because you'd think that would be an easy thing to review, but a suction mount that holds on glass has got a big responsibility because it's holding your camera, which is very expensive. So the suction mount has to be good, it's got to be high quality, it's got to have a lot of flexibility to give you a lot of different angles. So I've got 2 that I've narrowed it down to, and once we finish that review and we're happy with it, we'll do a clip on that as well, and I've got a bunch of other stuff we're testing. But that's it for today. So these are hands down my top 5 favorite accessories for the Action 2. I hope you found this helpful. If you're interested in any of these products, I've got links below. Some of these we make, they're all available through Drone Valley and our website. We also sell them on Amazon, so if you want to go to Amazon and buy them, you can find them there as well. But I love talking about this kind of technology, especially when I'm out there in the field using a product, getting experience with it. I think it's important that I relate that experience to you so you understand exactly what I'm using and what works, because a lot of people do reviews on products that they don't actually use, but they like talking about them. With me, I'm only going to talk about stuff we like, and I promise you, we are way more products that I'm going to talk about that ended up in a big pile in my corner, and I think that's better than ending up at a pile in your corner and you wasting the money. So thanks again for watching. We really appreciate your subscriptions and all the people that have been commenting on the technology we've been talking about. We have so many big plans coming up for the next couple of months, so please stay tuned. And until next time, happy flying.